When I look at the chart, it scares me. It scares me because the history of Bitcoin is still too short for me. And that's why I personally right now still see Bitcoin as a speculative play. Do I think that you can make a lot of money? Yes, possibly you can. But for example, as I was telling you, Dr. Paul, I had twins this year. They received gifts in cash from multiple family members. And when I was looking at where to invest that money for them, for me, it's still gold, because gold has that history, that track record. And I know, 30, 40 years from now, whenever they'll need that money, 20 years from now, I feel more comfortable with it as a store of wealth and value compared to Bitcoin. I would speculate and invest maybe some and see what it would do for them with Bitcoin. But that chart right now scares me. I mean, look at the crash that Bitcoin experienced in 2018. That is a reality people have to accept. That correction can happen again. Yes, we have JP Morgan coming out saying Bitcoin is headed above 100,000. I wouldn't be surprised if Bitcoin were to go north of 100,000. But I also wouldn't be surprised if we were to have a 50% correction overnight here. That's the type of chart I see with Bitcoin. I'm not saying, don't invest in Bitcoin, but you have to, it's kind of like, I kind of see it more similar to silver, is that it has a lot more volatility than we've seen with gold. I believe these next few decades up until 2050 really could be the years for silver. And I couldn't be happier for silver investors who have felt pain for so long. But, as you know, the past year, 2020, was the best year that gold and silver had seen since 2010. Now, yes, I think silver provides a really interesting investing idea and strategy here, because we're still, as you said, halfway away from silver's all-time high of $50. Now it looks like there's a real case for silver. In this past, maybe we spoke about it like, oh, we need silver for solar panels, we need silver for cameras, et cetera, et cetera. But now with the Green New Deal and serious talk about it, we will need a serious amount of silver. The US is looking to go to zero net emissions by 2050. We need a tremendous amount of solar panels to achieve that goal. And right now, the silver supply, which is about 2.2 thousand tons a year, is not enough to meet that demand. So silver is proving to be, could be extremely attractive here. And the price point, compared to gold and especially Bitcoin, is interesting to especially young investors who want to kind of dip their feet into the precious metals market for the first time. I think the other interesting discussion around that, or the feedback I get, is, well, mining is such a dirty industry. So, the silver that we need to extract, we're going to ruin this land to basically help the environment in another way. But mining has come a long way. I think there's still a reputation that it's still very dirty, and it is in certain parts of the world. But I think in North America, Mexico, we've come a long way. ESG is really a primary focus of the mining industry. So I'm proud of the strides that mining has made. And I really think there may be a huge silver lining, no pun intended, for silver investors, like I said, in the coming decade here. I know a lot of people are hoping for a huge copper rally here in 2021, but most of the experts I spoke to, especially I just spoke to an analyst at Wells Fargo that I respect tremendously, said, look, 2020 was really the best year for copper. So, I don't know if 2021 will really be the breakout star. If people are looking for other alternatives, I think platinum and palladium, we're seeing a huge supply crunch with these two metals that I would probably consider investing over copper in right now.
you.